It's not your mind messing you up. It's your conditionings. So much of our modern spiritual world is about kind of attacking the mind or feeling that the mind is attacking us or trying to calm the mind, trying to get out of the mind. And this is because of just a small misconception everyone has about what enlightenment is, what awakening is. It's not your mind that's the problem. It's your conditionings. It is what has been put into your mind, literally the lies that have been put in there. We have so many things that we're taught in our world that just don't make sense. And so you have to kind of twist yourself continuously to fit into these conditionings. I mean, some of the conditionings are so easy to see. Conditionings about how we look versus how we're supposed to look. This is really prominent for women, but it's becoming really a big problem for men too. Just simply watch TV and you will see visions and visions and visions of how we think we're supposed to look. None of us look like that. Those models don't even look like that. You take away the cameras and the filters and the makeup and the fancy outfits, and they look pretty much just like you and me. Well, probably a little better. But you can see that easy, right? That this is this huge conditioning of how we're supposed to look. And one easy way to kind of step out of that conditioning is think, what if you had never seen a mirror in your whole life? Then what would your sense of self be like? How would it be different? And just think about it. I mean, it wasn't that long ago where the majority of human beings would have lived without a mirror. It's like, yeah, you could go down to the lake and kind of see yourself reflected there, but have you really ever gone down to a lake and looked in and seen a really clear reflection? So no, if you had never seen a mirror, or for that matter, video camera these days, you would really have no sense of what you really looked like. So that's just kind of a conditioning that we've been given, that we have to really focus on this look. And lots of other conditionings are really, really easy to see too. You know, our conditionings about God is a very big one for spiritual people. Heaven and hell, a very big one for spiritual people. We've been taught these strange stories. I love a quote by Tyson Yungapura, who is the guy that wrote Sand Talk, and I'm going to kind of just paraphrase it here, not really give it word for word. But he says, there's really not that much going on inside you and me. If you really look in there honestly, there's kind of just a blank. There's just a connection to everything. If you look inside, all there really is relationship between you and everything. There really isn't an inside and outside. You kind of might think that there's an inside when you shut your eyes, because everything looks very different when your eyes are shut. But there's really not that much going on in there if you just simply take an honest inventory of it. But we have been told from birth that there is this luminous being inside of us. We've also been told from birth that there's a good us and a bad us, which kind of separates us into two beings there. And we've taken this inner being, this soul, I mean, literally, our fear of death has been implanted in us from our culture and our conditionings. We've been told there's this thing inside us that will live on after death. And so we attach our imagination to this imaginary thing that's inside of us. And we turn it into a being that rules our life. And he calls it like a rider riding a horse. You know, it's very much like something up on your shoulder, just constantly talking to you all day long and telling you this, that, and the other thing about you. And the thing about this rider is that it's infinitely insecure. It's infinitely afraid. It needs to have constant therapy. It's the thing that holds on to all your trauma. And so we massage and take care of this imagination that we allow to rule our lives. But I just love that little visual of a rider, like a rider on a horse riding us around. And literally, awakening is just going, oh, that's not real. I'm me. There's no separate thing happening inside me as compared to something that's happening outside me. It's all really very simple. I am a simple entity within a complex world. So when we change our mind about that, the conditionings very simply drop. So all of this mind that you constantly are trying to get rid of is literally nothing more than the English, nothing more than the language that you typically speak, constantly repeating in your head. Pay attention next time you're seeing your mind or you're worrying about something. Notice that it's all coming to you in language. There is a you underneath this language that is the real you. And the second that you see yourself as the being that you are, then suddenly your mind becomes an asset rather than something to get rid of. And conditionings are still there, but now it's manageable. You're able to see what's true and what's untrue and move yourself through your life in that way. It's a much more pleasant way to live than living constantly embroiled in your conditionings, which is why when people talk about enlightenment, they talk about the bliss of it. Because down underneath all the agony is just a very simple you living your life. That can easily be called bliss.